yet another Rastelli's Today special value that you absolutely do not want to miss out on. This is the only pork ribeye Today special value of the entire year. And I was listening to Ray Rastelli a little earlier, and he called it the filet mignon of pork. It's not a pork chop, my friends. This is a whole different level of pork. And wait till you see all the inspiration. I actually said to Ray and Chris that, you know how Valerie Park Hill inspires us? Wait till you see the inspiration you're going to get. You're going to be so glad you picked this up. As I said, the only pork ribeye steak Today special value of the year. He brought us 2 new butter flavors, cinnamon butter sugar and garlic parmesan. That's what you see on there. They are fork tender, juicy. There's not a bit of grizzle or anything else on these, and they're all individually packaged. So it's really easy to like put them in your freezer, even if you feel like, I don't have any more room, Ray. I have all those other good Rastelli things in there. You'll find room for these, and you'll be glad that you did. All right, so let me walk you through just a couple of things. Then we're gonna hang out with Ray, we're gonna hang out with Chris, and we're gonna inspire you to go ahead and really make these in a million different ways. 10, you can have the pack up of 10 if you want. So you'll get 10 6-ounce pork ribeye steaks, and then you'll get 1 of the new cinnamon brown sugar butter, 1 of the garlic parmesan. That one will come to $59.98. Free shipping and handling on all of our food, 4 easy pays at $14.99. That brings it down to about $5.99 per steak. If you want to double that order and get 20, you are more than welcome to do that. Because we didn't double the price, you're actually going to save up to $19.98 when you do that. The Today special value price is just under $100. Free shipping and handling. That's 4 easy pays at $25. You can use any major credit card. $4.99 per steak on this one. This is QVC's #1 selling food brand that you are shopping for right now. There are over 700 5-star reviews on the pork items that Rastelli brings us. And we can do bill to ship to for you. Will you do me a favor, and Ray and Chris a favor? Can you call us and share why you love these? Because I was just telling Ray, we, you know, as hosts and as a company, receive many times feedback, real-time feedback from a lot of you, and you just raved about this. And I can give you my own real-time feedback on this. Ray Rastelli, who is the America's Butcher, one of our favorite people, he was sweet enough to go ahead and send these to us. And I had a very long day yesterday. I actually met my daughter's boyfriend's parents.
Oh, that'll make a long day.
Yeah, well, I think it was a long day for them, but that's a whole different story. So I didn't come home till later, and when I saw it, I was like, oh no, it's been sitting there. But guess what? You packed it so beautifully, Ray. I don't want you to hesitate, because you're thinking, you know, around here, it probably was a feel-like temperature of over 100 degrees. There was plenty of ice on both sides. So make sure that you're picking this up. There's also, by the way, auto delivery on this, and that means it'll come every 60 days. And when we walk on over to that table, you're gonna say, okay, I definitely need this in my freezer and never to be without it. You can have it shipped now, or we can ship it August 26th, or we can ship it September 23rd. All right, Ray, you have introduced us to, if my dad was alive, our pork chops in our house had a big old bone and lots of gristle to them.
That's
and they
right.
were dry. No offense, Mom, sorry.
This is not your grandmother's or even your mother's pork chop. This is a pork ribeye steak. You're not going to find this in a supermarket. You're not going to find it in a grocery store, because they don't do this. This is a prime rib of pork right from small family farms right here in Pennsylvania, in the Pennsylvania Dutch country. And that's important because we know who our source is. These are farmers that I've worked with for over 45 years. Wow. It's important to know your source. That's why what you see here is what you get. You get a pork steak or a pork chop, or all the different things. We're going to show you what you can do with it, Pat. But every bite is going to be tender, going to be juicy. Look at the juices coming out. Now, this one does not have the butter on it. I'm going to show you the butter in a minute. But I wanted to show you this with just the natural pork ribeye as it goes. Now I'm going to cut into the one with the garlic parmesan. Now, the garlic parmesan that we've given you is to add some flavor, not so much to this pork, but to some of the recipes that we're going to show you. And every recipe that we're going to show you today and the how-tos, I've done a video for you on QVC.com. If you go to the product page, Pat, you'll see exactly how we do all of these different things, how we create the recipes, even how you at home can be the butcher with this boneless ribeye steak. But look at that. That's butter. A garlic parmesan butter that is absolutely incredible, and you'll see how we use it in the recipes. And then I'm going to move to our cinnamon and brown sugar. Right?
Should I ask you what's for dinner?
That is the best question, right? It's that question that we all hate to hear, right? Even more importantly, hate to be responsible for, but look at this. You're going to see so many different ways to be able to create this into what's for dinner. That's why the 20-pack I encourage, because once you start, you're not going to stop.
You don't want to be
And of course, auto delivery is really important because you'll see different times of the year. This is great for summer. It's great for fall. You're going to see some winter things that Chris is going to put together for you.
Even New Year's.
And they're simple and they're easy. But Pat, while I've gotten this brown
Ray,
sugar.
I'm going to jump in for 1 second because 500 have already been ordered. There's 400 of you waiting to place your order. You're going on auto delivery, which is exactly what you need to do.
Yes.
Because the price on this, if you didn't already realize, it goes up at the end of the day. Again, don't be shy. Call us. I know you want to talk to Ray. You want to talk to Chris. You can ask questions. Let us know your Rastelli's experience because this is the #1 food brand. All right, I interrupted you. So
No, I was going to say, if you'd like, I'll give you a little. I'd like you to try the brown cinnamon brown sugar butter that comes with that. Now you can put it on the pork steaks just like I did here, or you can use it in the recipes. But doesn't that just hug you? It just kind of makes that pork steak just feel like fall. It feels like winter.
It does feel like fall.
It really does, right? And then of course the garlic parmesan, which again, look how thick this is. I want you to see how thick this pork steak is. Each one is this thick, but look at this.
Every
with a fork.
bite of that is edible. There's you hand trim these.
It is. Everything is hand trimmed by our butchers. But look at this. I can cut this with a fork. I'm going to let you taste this piece. I'm going to cut you a little bit of TV bite there.
Okay, thank you.
But you're going to taste the freshness. You're going to taste the garlic parm, real roasted garlic with that Parmesan cheese. Isn't that incredible? So whether you want to just cook them just as a steak, or if you want to cook them as a fajita or a pork chop, no matter what you do with this, I promise you, your guests are going to rave about it, and they're never ever going to have believed this is actually a piece of pork.
You know what? I heard Rachel say it last night. We all get food fatigue. It's like, okay, are we going to eat chicken again? And nothing wrong with chicken. We have some great Rastelli's chicken coming up. But if you want another option in protein and you want to really know your source and understand that you are getting the best of the best, you got to do it today before the end of the day. Now it ships, or we can send it August 26th or September 23rd. Do you mind, before you jump in and educate us, I think Mary's with us.
Hello, Mary. How are you?
Hi, Mary. Hi, Mary.
I love your product.
Well, we love having you with us, Mary. So this isn't the first time you ordered some of Ray's wonderful meats and burgers and hot dogs?
No, I've gotten the pork steaks before and his filet mignon.
Oh, very nice.
Wonderful.
What would you tell somebody who has never tried it before?
Don't hesitate. They're delicious. He's right. You can cut them with a fork.
Yeah.
They're juicy. They're tender. And I've recommended them to many people.
Oh, thank you so much, Mary. That's so nice.
That's the best compliment we could ever get, when you recommend something to your family and friends, Mary. So thank you.
Mary, I don't know.
I've even shared them with people.
Oh, how
it's hard to do because they're so good.
You're even more generous than you give yourself credit for. Mary, if you ever are looking for new suggestions, you can go on QVC.com.
Yes, right to the product page, Mary, and there's about 8 or 10 different recipes, how-tos. I do a complete video, shows you how simple you can use it for spring, summer, fall, winter. And it's really simple recipes because I'm a butcher, I'm not a chef, so I try to keep it really fast and really
but
easy.
Delicious.
Yes.
Mary, thank you so very much. We truly appreciate your kindness and calling in, and enjoy your summer.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
bye,
much,
Talking to
Mary.
you.
That was nice.
That's such a wonderful compliment when people tell us they share this with people, and it really starts.
Begrudgingly so.
Yes, it starts on the farm. It really does. And here's where it starts. This is a prime rib of pork. Now, we all know the prime rib of beef is really the most exotic, most decadent piece of meat because of the marbling. The same with pork, except we do not age pork. We want to take it right from the farmers, and the very same day we take that, we trim it, take all the bones off it, take all the fat off it, and then take and cut these beautiful slices out of the boneless prime rib. So when you get it, these are the steaks you're getting.
Wow.
They're boneless. They don't have any sinew or fat on them. You're going to eat from one end to the other, and as a butcher, this is what I look for. See that marbling? That marbling is what makes this a premium pork steak. That's why every bite will be tender and juicy. But again, it's not just about the steak, it's about how versatile it is. I did hear something, Pat, which I think you're going to see this too on the on the videos.
Okay.
I just took this steak. Here I pound it out. We're going to show you what we do there.
Ooh.
Here I cut them into strips, and we're going to show you how we make beautiful barbecue ribs out of that. I've made fajitas here. I've made kebabs here. I've made some Asian-inspired pork bites here. Chris is going to show you how we stuff some things, how we do parmesans, how we do pork fried steak.
Do you want to walk over to that table just really quickly?
Yes.
Come with us, guys, so that you think, well, what am I going to do with all that? First of all, they come individually wrapped for you, and you put them in the freezer that way.
Yep.
So you take out what you need, whether you're a family of 1 or you're a family of 10.
That's right. And if you think about it, right, that first auto delivery would be September. We had a little bit of the fall coming. This is one pork steak, and I want to show you that.
Just one.
This is one, because when you take it and you pound it out, and then you flour it and you batter it and you put it in your air fryer for about 12 minutes, you're going to have this incredible piece of pork that makes 2.
And that's a lot.
Of course, when we get to the holidays in November, December, we're going to show you how we actually stuff that pork steak, and it'll be incredibly decadent. Your guests are not going to believe the quality and how easy this is. And of course, we get to January. It's the new time of the year. We use that Asian-inspired pork bites. Pork for us as Italians is always the first thing we eat in January. It's good luck,
We do
right?
too. A little pork and sauerkraut in my family.
March, we love to put a little bit more of that pork fried steak on there.
Something to stick to our
Something to
ribs.
stick to your ribs. And then we start getting back in the summer. So if you want an incredible kebab or you want an incredible spare rib, and I'm going to show you how we do them, you will see that this can go all year long, not just around the holidays or not just around the barbecue, but all year long. It is inspiring. You will find a lot more things to do with it than I did as well, I'm sure.
Remember those videos, live on QVC.com. Do you mind if I jump in and remind everybody? Because auto delivery is crazy busy right now, and we're thrilled. This is the only pork ribeye steaks that you're going to have as a today's special value this year. So you can get 10 if that works better for you, and then you'll get 1 each of the brand new 2 new butters for you, or you can get 20. It goes from $5.99 per steak to $4.99. The more you buy, the more you save. We didn't double the price in there. In fact, if you stock up and save, you'll save another $20 off of the bottom line on that one. If you want to read what people have said about this, there's over 700 5-star reviews just on their pork. They're the #1 selling brand here at the Q. It ships now. Or would you want it towards the end of summer on August 26th, the week of, or September 23rd? And if you go on auto delivery, the cool thing about this is tomorrow when the price goes up, you'll still have yours every 60 days for an entire year on this, starting either now or August 26th or September 23rd on that. But $4.99, and this is not your pork chop that you grew up with. This is a whole different experience.
It is so true. And when you taste it, you'll believe it. And that's the funny thing. We get calls from all of our QVC family, and they say, we can't believe this pork. It's better than veal. It's better than chicken. It's better than anything you've done with veal or chicken in the past. You can do with this pork, and you'll be thrilled. Here, I took one of those steaks, and I made these beautiful tacos, right?
That's
and
a lot.
Look at how simple that is. A little bit of lime right over top of that gives us a little bit more flavor, a little bit of cilantro.
You're a pretty good chef.
Well, you know, it's easy with this staff that's here. We have such great culinarians here at QVC, and they really help us. But that's simple, it's easy. That will take you all of about 3 minutes to make. Now, this one is one of my favorites, right?
I know this is one of your favorites.
It really is, and it's so simple.
So do I thaw this overnight in the fridge?
Thaw it overnight in the fridge.
Okay.
Just take your pork steak and cut it into strips, and that's what I did, and you can see each
Okay.
one is individually vacuum packed. Then just take your barbecue sauce
Okay.
and go ahead and coat each one of
even I
them with
could do
some
that one.
barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Look at how simple that is, right?
Yeah.
And then while my grill's getting hot, because you're gonna have the most incredible barbecue boneless spare ribs
Smells good.
that you've ever had. And they cook in minutes. Remember, I said I like things simple and easy and fast. How much easier can we get than this? This is one.